I thought North Texas played extremely hard. They're very athletic, well coached, and they gave us all we wanted, and it was good because we need that. It helps us grow. And I thought it was a fun game. You know, I was into it. I think the crowd was into it. You know, that's what it's all about. And win or lose, those are the kind of games you love to play and love to compete in because both teams were competing extremely hard.
Jay Johnson had a big spark off the bench, obviously, and some vital rebounds.
I'm glad you said obviously. I didn't feel stupid. I missed it. All right, go ahead.
When he does that, I mean, do you see a big attitude change throughout the team? The team become more relaxed?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. I don't see attitude changes. Now confidence, but I wouldn't say it was attitude. And you know, most these are good guys, and they play hard for Marshall. And the attitudes have been super up on the good side and on the bad side. So you know, that's just growth, and of course, when you are successful, it creates an aura a little bit. And, you know, word gets out. As a coach before the game came up to me and said, you know, y'all been playing a lot better, hadn't you? So it gets out, and it helps us, and in the way we feel about ourselves, and it also presses the other team a little bit. So, you know, it was good, great fan support, and we just got to keep growing. I still saw a few empty seats, so we need to find some fans and put them in.
Coach, what were you hearing from the officials as far as scoreboard issues, stoppage and play, and how did you keep the team focused?
Well, I didn't because I got unfocused. I was yelling and screaming like an idiot. So I don't know. They're a lot better than me. You know, they hung in there. They're good guys. They play hard, and you know they know what's. We got one rule. We got one standing rule on the team, and that is don't do something that embarrasses. And if you do, I'm going to deal with it. And they're smart kids. I don't have to tell them be in bed at 10. Don't do this. Don't. The more rules you have, the more problems you have with people breaking them. So I got one. Just don't embarrass us. And be a good Marshall student, grad, and player. And we're going to work kids to that end. And that's a bigger part, more so than even the games and playing basketball. And we're going to work it to that end, and we're going to enjoy going over in front of the band after the game, win or lose, and being a part of Marshall and being a part of college athletics. So, you know what, when you start doing that and they adopt that, it's pretty easy as a coach. We're going to go out, look at film tomorrow morning, and see what we did wrong. We'll give them a couple of days off, get their legs back. We don't play again until Saturday. We'll get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll get after it and see what happens Saturday.
Getting back to Jay Johnson, it seems either he gets a couple touches and really gets rolling, or, you know.
Well, I think it's better. We learned, and this is, you know, me again, and I'm learning, you know, a lot of things too, because it's a new team to me and a new level of play. But I think Jay's better at a 5, almost. When he gets in, he guards the post. He has quicker feet. He's a good rebounder. He's quick to the ball, rebounding, and it takes him off of the 3-point line. So, and you know what? He's still capable of getting out there. He took that one shot. I kind of questioned a little bit from him, but you know what? You make mistakes. Move on. Made a mistake. As we play more and more, there'll be more better about what's a good shot, what's not, when it is, and when it isn't. And if you cut it too much, then they get nervous about shooting at all, then you run into trouble. I'm not one of those coaches. I'll take a few bad ones to make sure I don't cut off the next ones he should be shooting. So, you know, we're doing a pretty good job. We're getting better. If you got good kids, they have a conscience. They know when they take bad shots. You don't have to tell them. They know. If they're good kids and they're unselfish and they want the team to win, they'll discipline themselves. I won't have to. And sometimes JP too much, so, because he should have taken a couple, and he's sitting out there. And I told him, I said, on that one he turned down, I said, what we get afterwards, JP? Ain't going to turn over. You got your shot. It's open. Shoot. If it's not, move it. It's that simple. So, you know, on that, Jay, last couple of games, been very active inside, like he's rebounding. He's got to pick up on his defense some. He's got to play better defense. He didn't close out on that, their center there, the 6'8" kid. Turned around, shot that little shot on the sideline, and we didn't close it out like we should have. But again, that's all mistakes you make as you develop.
There's North Texas kind of had that run, like you guys started out real hot, North Texas had
We
that
did,
run.
we looked pretty good there for a while. Man, we might coast.
Yeah. But in previous games, that might be a spot where the game gets away from you guys, gets away from you for good. What's the difference you feel now where you were able to kind of weather that, climb back in, and kind of, weather storms along the way?
I have no idea, except that you develop as teams as you experience certain things. And it's, I like to say I gave a Rocky speech, or, I had this great thing come over, and it's not that. It's like anything else. What is it they say? You can put your kid up and you try to make him walk. He's not going to walk till he's ready to walk. And no matter what you try to do until they're ready, you can do all you want. You can, and I can turn around and say, oh, I said this, and you go write it and make me look good, but I'd be lying to you. So, to be honest with you, you just kind of, teams evolve. If they're good kids and they work hard every day, and they come and they try to prepare and they try to win together, they evolve. And again, I told them very first of the year, you got to make me a good coach. That's more important than me trying to make you a good player. You got to try to make me a good coach. This is a player's game. All we're doing is giving them parameters to do things, giving some ideas and things to help them. But in the end, they got to do it. And they're right now making me a lot better coach than I was about 3 weeks ago.
You've used that hold on to the bicycle seat analogy a lot. Where do you feel you guys are along the lines of that?
The way I feel, I'm holding like hell.
Mhm.
Afraid to let go. But, I don't think we're ready to let go yet. We're not proven. To say that we won, what is it now, 4 out of 5?
Mhm.
That's not. We got to keep moving. We got to get further on down. Now, I'm proud of them. Don't get me wrong, and I'm going to enjoy the heck out of this win. But to sit there and think, I'm satisfied. No, I'm not satisfied. We got to keep pushing this thing.
The crowd was, really vocal, especially in some points. The guys were talking about how they've bought in. Do you feel that kind of, since they bought into this team's success, that the folks who are watching you, now they're starting to buy in?
I do feel that. I feel like they're taking to this team a little bit. And I think they were a little bit hands-off at first. And Stu bought it, but we've done some work throughout the athletic department to try to get the students out more. And when you get two teams competing like they're competing, I don't care if it's checkers, when two people go at each other, it's fun to watch. It's fun. And these two teams went at each other. They both played extremely hard. It's a great game for the fans. It's even better when you win. But, win or lose, I love, I guess I grew up, and my dad would always tell me, when you're running a race, enjoy the race and don't look back to see if you win. Just enjoy that race. Run like crazy. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to run to the end of this season, and I ain't looking back. I'm not going to look see who's catching us. Not going to second doubt ourselves. We're just going to push as hard as we can. That's all we can do. We win the race, great. Get beat by a nose, we got